And it's Monday, y'all. And I hope everybody had a great weekend. Big Monday, that is, here in Detroit. Home game against Tampa. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But I got to bring on my main man, Jersey Fred. Jersey Fred, what is popping, my brother?
Oh, it's good, man. Good. Life's good. Just chilling. It's still sunny out. So it's not
Hey, you survived the storm of 2025.
Dude, the nor'easter. It was pretty bad.
Nor'easter.
Yes. So saw some sand damage at the boardwalk yesterday. So the water had came all the way up, kind of.
Okay.
Last week or what have you,
But Jersey Fred's brought to us by Comfort Plus Heating and Cooling. For all your HVAC needs. And Fred, we got to get right into it because it's Monday here in Detroit. Monday Night Football. I've waited all weekend. You got to play on Thursday night, which we're going to talk about, which was an interesting game. And then, but tonight, we're at home. We got the early game, though, Fred, 7 o'clock, which I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Excited about that. So, as you know, I do these food review videos. And so today, I'm going to do my first ever tailgate review.
Okay.
Frank, and Sarah are going down. We're going to join my buddy Dante Rosa Home Loans, his monster tailgate. Okay. But don't worry, everybody. Don't worry. I'm coming home to watch the game. I'm not going to
wear the jacket?
Yes. I got it in the car. I got it in the car. I'm going to put it on over this because it's going to be a little chilly.
Okay.
We're going to be surfing the crowd, probably. I'm excited. I'm excited for the team. I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous, Fred. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. We have 0 secondary. Terrion Arnold's out. Kirby Joseph's out. I don't even know who's playing secondary. We still have questionables with Taylor Decker, Alim McNeil, baby back. DJ Reader is questionable. If we can get those boys back on the defensive line, that's going to be helpful because we've said it on this podcast numerous times. Baker's a dog, man. Baker is a dog. Like, I don't know. I hope we can contain him like we did Lamar. I mean, what's your gut feeling for tonight?
I love the Lions tonight. I like the Lions. I like the over. Tampa's pretty banged up themselves.
Right.
So that's one thing. But I just think it's I love the Lions tonight. I like the Lions and Seahawks tonight. Nice parlay.
Yep. Okay, I can do that one. I told you I hit 2 parlays this weekend. Pretty excited about that. I hit in college. I went Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Oklahoma, Indiana, and my new team, Texas A&M.
Okay.
And then I took the Giants plus 8.5. We'll talk about that debacle in a little bit because I want to get your feedback because obviously you got the street knowledge over there. Colts, Cowboys, Packers. So
sounds good.
Took in a little money this weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. But like I said, tonight's going to be huge. We're wearing the blacks at home. The place is going to be rocking, dude. I mean, guys are already out there right now.
Yeah.
The guys who are setting up this tailgate, they're getting there at 1, right? So I said I'm going to come down at like 3:30. Save me a parking spot, boys. I'm going to come in hot, record the video, have a little food, maybe have a cigar, say what's up to the boys, and then I'm back home by 6:30. Plenty of time.
That sounds like a good day.
It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Just praying for a win, man. But I'll tell you this, Fred. I'll tell you this. After watching football all weekend, I am not concerned about another team in the NFC North.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be either. I think that the next time around on Thanksgiving, I think they blow out Green Bay.
What is going on with Green Bay?
I'm not sure.
They were supposed to be the best team in the NFL after beating us week 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with them. Dallas again did another, blow up game. It's like they're hot and cold. I'm not sure there's one team in the NFC. Forget the North. I just mean in the entire NFC or the entire AFC. That's a sure lock to go on a deep run.
No, the NFC is definitely up for grabs.
The AFC,
but I'll tell you what.
To be honest,
the Rams are good.
The Rams are really good. Matty Stafford, 5 fucking touchdown passes overseas. I mean,
dude, the guy's he has to be at this point. Obviously, right now, my thought is between him and Baker, he could possibly win an MVP this year.
Yeah,
if he keeps these numbers up.
Crazy number.
I
think he's at 17 touchdowns and 2 interceptions,
which is insane.
And leading the league in
5 touchdowns without Puka.
Yes. I think he hit 10 different receivers yesterday.
Unbelievable. Look, I would love to see him win the MVP and then ride out this year. I don't want to see him win the Super Bowl, obviously, because we will be winning that, but that'd be nice. Just a little MVP to send him on his way to go get his gold jacket.
Yeah, it'd be a nice accolade to add to his resume.
For sure.
It's a resume builder.
It's a resume builder for sure. And then Thursday night we started out. Okay, so as you know, I come out. Let's let everyone know that Fred's in that pick 8 pool with me. Okay, so I just come out and say my picks every Thursday. I jump on, give him my picks. In the last 2 weeks, I've lost on Thursday, Fred. I picked your Steelers in the Icy Hot Bowl. 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, 41-year-old Joe Flacco. What happened in that game on Thursday night?
Dude, I feel good about our offense. I mean, obviously, he putting up 30 points is great, but like the defense it's hard. Our defense is hard to watch. As a Steeler fan, growing up a Steeler fan, it was never really an issue. The defensive side of the ball, and like to watch teams I think they punted. Since he punted 2 times, I think we stopped him twice. Like something crazy like that. And then in the fourth quarter, the one stop. But it's really bad. Like banged up a little bit. Our 2 corners, like we have Jalen Ramsey playing corner. He shouldn't really be playing corner.
Would he be more of a safety?
Yeah. So he comes down, he plays corner. You got Slay as a nickel corner, kind of. Joey Porter was back, but there was I think there was 5 PI calls. Jamar Chase was just doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. Like it was just like it was crazy to watch, but pretty impressive. Like you knew they were throwing the ball to Jamar Chase, and they still couldn't cover him. It was really weird.
Right. So it made Flacco look like an MVP.
Oh my God. Like Dan Marino slinging the ball around. Right. So something has to be done with the secondary. I mean, I know you guys talk about your secondary being hurt and stuff like that and need some help, but like, yeah, there's something that has to be done, whether it's changing kind of coverages and stuff like that. But it was weird because like Joey Porter wasn't on Chase, which I thought was kind of weird. I don't know. It was a debacle of the secondary was just gross. So
if I was to tell you 2 years ago that you're going to have Slay, Ramsey in your secondary and your offense is going to put up 30 points, you would be like, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And Watt,
right?
Like what more do you need? Watt didn't really get that many pressures. So it's like, but I'm happy that the offense is like we use a lot of tight ends, dude. I mean, it is that's our thing. We don't have a true number 2 receiver. So it's like we do utilize all 4 of our tight ends. So it's a weird like little system that they're running and stuff, but it's effective, and putting up 30 points is cool. I mean, Rodgers with 4 touchdown passes, you can't be mad at anything like that. But yeah, something has to happen. And next Sunday night, coming up is the Rodgers revenge game. Green Bay at Steelers. So it's a big game coming up.
It is. It's going to be huge. But you know what? I don't think you have anything to worry about, to be honest with you. I think Jordan Love's mediocre at best right now. Obviously the running game is strong, and I don't know. I mean, Golden's good. I mean, I think he needs to get the ball to Matthew Golden more too. I don't understand. I think he needs more targets. But on the New York side, on your side, we have a couple teams over there that they're very interesting. I bet the Jets. I thought this was going to be their week. They're terrible, man. They are terrible.
I actually like.
I have nothing to do but laugh at AG right now.
Well, I mean, I don't know if like I know there's probably some bitterness coming from Detroit and stuff like that. I really truly don't think he gives a shit. He's a head coach now. He has moved on. He did a great job in Detroit. I don't think he should have sat around and, waited for next year. Next year's your year.
I said this. Next year is our year. So I say this all the time. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think he probably, as much as everybody else in the country is getting sick of the next year is our year kind of thing. He was probably like, dude, him and Ben Johnson were like, I mean, we're out. So, and listen, they're head coaches now, but I will say this, the Jets are terrible.
But for how long?
Will they be head coaches? I mean,
Ben will be there for a while. Ben's looking good right now.
You can't do anything to Aaron Glenn with the situation he's in. I mean, Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor, like that's not something that you could. Their defense isn't terrible. You can't just hang your hat on. I don't. They're not even announcing the starting QB for next week. So it's just like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I see them. I mean, AG will be there for a little bit because you have to give them a serious look at a quarterback before.
Okay, let me play this out. He doesn't win a single game in this year. He still keeps his job, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you now have AG, the number 1 pick. I don't think there's a very strong quarterback class coming out of the of college football right now. Who are you going to take? Because you need a quarterback. Who are you going to take? And now you're going to have a mediocre quarterback coming out of the draft, right? Maybe you take Mendoza. Maybe you take the kid from Oklahoma. Like, okay, that they're not going to come out and produce right out the gate. There's another down year.
Well, but maybe you trade up your pick for a starter.
Okay, so you trade the number 1 pick to get somebody who's already doing something in the league?
Maybe, like I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting. Who in the NFL right now with a decent starting quarterback would take that trade?
Well, I don't know. It would be interesting to see what kind of looks they get or kind of interest they get with coming to the Jets and ruining their career. But like I don't know. I just don't think
somebody's in the back like me. I'll come ruin my career.
Like I just don't think that you can judge AG on 1 year with a shitty, like I'm a Justin Fields guy. I like Justin Fields, but I just mean a shitty situation. I think their defense is pretty good.
But you of all people know this, Fred. The New York media is just different.
Yeah.
Everything
But
there is
Dable
different.
Dable still has a job.
They don't give slack.
But Dable still has a job.
But Dable possibly is going to have a decent year this year, despite
Yeah.
yesterday, which we'll talk about.
Now he's gonna. I mean, a decent year. He's not gonna have a decent year record wise, but like, yes, it like look at he should. Everyone wanted him fired, and then now he has a quarterback that is promising, and that keeps his job. I think that's what happens with AJ.
Okay. It's just a matter of who is going to be that one.
Yeah. I mean, and now if they do go draft and get Mateen or Matira or Mendoza or like Carson Beck, I don't know, someone like that. That also gives your head coach like 2 years.
Okay. So you're giving AG 3 years, this year and 2 more. See what he can do.
Yeah. And again, the defense isn't terrible.
Defense is not terrible. It's
So
not terrible. So when I'm doing my bets, running through, and I see the Giants plus 8.5. Why not? I take them. Unfortunately, that game was not on TV here locally, so I'm following on my phone and I'm following on the NFL Network, which is pretty cool. I know you have all the games, but here locally, I was we only had 2 at 1 o'clock and we had 1 at 4 o'clock. But NFL Network plays kind of like a red zone-ish thing where they'll go through all the current games and everything like that. I was hoping that at the end they were going to put the game on, but then Denver comes back and puts 33 points on the Giants and beats them with a field goal at the end of the game, which is crazy to me that they let up that much. What happened? Did you watch the game? Because I didn't get a chance to watch that personal game.
Yeah,
I knew my 8.5 was good. I'll tell you that much.
Couple missed extra points, man, gets them into a shitty situation. In the first 3 quarters of the game, 19-0. I really truly listen. Their defense looked great, which I think we knew they were going to have a decent defense.
Right.
Defense looked good, and I think Jackson Dart is real. I think that he can be a starter in the NFL. I mean, I think he's kind of proven that. I don't know how people look at that.
Well, the other thing too is he's doing this without Malik Neighbors. I mean, can you imagine right now the team with him?
So that's what was my thought while I was watching the game. I was thinking defense is going crazy, and they're playing, putting up 20 points, should have been around 20 points with the missed extra point, like without Neighbors. So I'm like, wow, like these guys can really, I'm thinking next year, right? These guys could really be like a real decent team next year. And I still believe it. And then the fourth quarter came, they did score 13 in the fourth quarter. So there was 46 points scored in the fourth quarter.
That's crazy.
Which is awesome to watch.
Which is fun, right? Because we don't bet unders.
Never. It was pretty crazy to lose the game like that. Again, they would have been kicking for the tie with the mixed extra point. So, it's weird because I feel like last year, or I think it was last year, I get all their shitty seasons combined. They didn't have a kicker. So they were like 2?
I think it was 2.
And they had to go for it like every fourth down and stuff, because it's like things like that. I can't believe that Dable survived that type of shit.
Right.
First of all, I guess it's an upper management situation too. Like, you can just get anybody that can make a field goal. And listen, there's not great. I'm not saying everyone's a great kicker, but there's got to be someone out there, right?
Somebody.
Like Moody just got cut and signed, which I thought was crazy.
I was going to bring that up. It's crazy. Who's actually making kicks in Chicago?
Yeah. I mean, the kid was
my buddy who's a San Francisco fan hates Moody. Despises Moody at this point. It cost him so many games last year, but he turns on, revives himself, and now he's doing pretty good in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, kid's from Northville.
Yeah, Michigan guy.
Nice Michigan guy from
Men of the
North.
men.
Yeah, but like, there's got to be people out there to like just to come to the point where you're just going to go on a fourth down every time because you don't have a kicker. So like, it's interesting. Like now this year, it's like you're going to lose games because of it. Possibly, we don't know, but it's just what a shitty like just organization right now. Like so, but Jackson Dart's doing his thing, man.
Jackson Dart is doing his thing. We say this, we talk about this every single week, and I'm kind of waiting for the shoe to drop, but it doesn't look like it's going to drop. Colts are going to be a problem in the playoffs.
Indiana Jones, aka Danny Dimes.
Speaking of doing shitty somewhere else and reviving your career, Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, the dude is looking good in Indianapolis. He's now what, 5-1?
Yes.
Did they take their bye? They're 5-1.
They're 5-1.
They're going to be a problem.
I mean, listen, he's in a great division for him. Because I mean, Jacksonville's trash. Like, they're one of those teams where they go and beat, win a big game, and then just totally shit the bed. Like, I have no trust in like Jacksonville. Obviously, Tennessee's no good. Houston, I'm really not sold on. It'll be interesting to watch that tonight, where you can just watch Houston play football.
You know what? Let me back up just a quick second. And you made a comment about Jacksonville not being very good, winning a big game and then losing other games, like obviously in the Rams. But your boy, Freddie the Pizza Man, put out on Twitter and said Jacksonville is the Lions 15 years ago.
Nice.
Shout out Freddie the Pizza Man, best pizza in town. But yeah, he tweets out and says that Jacksonville was the Lions 15 or 20 years ago or something.
Oh my God.
Like win a big game but lose every other one. Which, Fred, all I needed, because we don't bet unders, I took the Rams and the over. All I needed was 3 points out of three more points out of Jacksonville to hit the over.
Like Matty did everything he can for you.
He did.
I mean, he was like
what he always adds.
I think he was telling the coach, like, I got to go back in for one more because
I got to get Brad the over.
Brad needs to hit the over, like,
right.
But yeah. So like, I feel like Danny Dimes is in a good position, man. Like, to win the division, get a home game. Like, talk about like a total like 180 in like.
Right.
I mean, now will Jackson Dart put the Giants in positions in the next few years to make the playoffs? Of course, he probably will. Yeah, they got a great defense too. But the whole Danny Dimes getting out of town.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You're freezing up.
Oh,
you're frozen.
Oh man, I don't know what the deal is. I was gonna say to you, what is the difference between Jackson Dart and Danny Dimes? Why does Jackson Dart look a little better in New York? Like, he's not a better quarterback. I mean, Scadaboo helps, but
yeah, I think the defense helps. The defense really improved over like the last 2 years. Like they could have. They have a great defense. That kind of helps, I guess, getting you the ball back and stuff. I'm not sure about like O-line type issues and stuff like that, but like, I just think that Danny Dimes was just, I don't know. I always said he was in a shitty system.
Yep.
And it seems like maybe they're opening up a little bit more now that, Jackson Dart is very mobile. So maybe that's helping, but like also, Jackson Dart looks good. They're 2-5 though. Like, they're probably going to win 5 games all year.
You also have to think you were running with Russ for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, but still, how many Jackson Dart looks great for a rookie quarterback. How many wins does that transfer into? Probably 3. I know, like I said, they're probably going to end up 5-12. Still going to look good because for Jackson Dart, but like, let's see next year now with Neighbors back and a full season to
and a fully concussed Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah, you got like another 2 years of Cam, and then he'll be like something.
He's gonna end up looking like the fridge, or, just like doesn't know where his neighborhood is. Just wandering aimlessly through New York.
Yeah.
What a nut. Atlanta. Here's one last team I want to touch base on, like Atlanta. Like I thought they were going to beat San Francisco last night. They win the big games, but then it's like they either score 30 or 10. Like, what's the problem there? I don't get it. I thought Bijan was going to be. They say Bijan's the best running back in the league right now. I think a lot of people are forgetting Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know about best in the league, but I don't know. I'm curious. Is Atlanta for real?
I think that Atlanta is starting to make the turn. Finally, right? From the Matty Ice days to the new Falcons. It was a little gray area in the middle. They tried to not go with Penix. I mean, like last year they tried, and it was like Kirk Cousins experiment and all that shit. It's like, if they had just went with Penix off the bat, I think he would have matured a tiny bit more, but like they did use Penix a lot. Now, I think that Penix is a great quarterback. I think their offense is sick. I'm not sure about what's going on the defensive side, but I think that here's another team that I'm talking about, like the Giants-ish. Like next year will be interesting because I think the expectation goes up. So like
expectation goes up, you shore up that defense a little bit better, add some pieces, and that's
how I feel about the Giants. Right now is it's a free year to do whatever the hell you want to do. Like, but next year you got to contend with. I mean, they beat Philly. It'll be interesting to see what happens this coming week when they go to Philly. I think they're going to get blown out. But next year you have to try to contend with splitting with, Dallas, Washington, and Philly, and trying to make a push to hit the top of the division and make a playoff and get a playoff game. Like that's the expectation I feel like for the Giants moving forward. Same thing with Atlanta. Not a crazy division, dude. Without Baker, that division is, very winnable.
Right. Well, one last thing, and Kansas City beat up on a shitty Las Vegas Raiders team, but I think that everybody's saying that the Chiefs are back.
Yeah,
Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Do you agree with that, or are they gonna have they turned the season around? Will you see them in the Super Bowl again?
I think they will be in the AFC Championship game against the Ravens. I don't know if they win that game. I feel like it's going to be Eagles-Ravens, but I'm not sure yet. But yes,
you're still hanging on that Ravens horse, huh?
Well, this is the first week. This is week 1.
Week 1.
He's back. They win 11 straight, and you guys will be singing a different tune about it. Then you'll be playing my video back going, damn, this dude knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Red nose ball.
Yes. So I mean, who would bet again? Who wants to play KC?
Nobody.
I don't care how they look, right? 0-2, 2-4, 2-3, whatever the hell they were going through. Nobody wants to play KC. I think there's KC Buffalo in a couple weeks, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So that'll be interesting. That'll be a good interesting like to put your eyes on. So like,
November 2nd.
there's a lot of good games. I know we're only 6-7 weeks in, but shit is starting to take shape a tiny bit. There are some like
it's also leaving a lot of question marks, in my opinion. A lot of question marks, like Buffalo, like what's going on with Buffalo? Obviously, Baltimore is not having the season we thought. Kansas City was not really having the season we thought, but now turning it around. Some teams, sleeper teams, obviously, like Indianapolis is crazy. The Lions are kind of doing what we thought the Lions were going to do. But tonight is going to be huge. Tonight is a must win for the Lions. It's at home. It's Monday night. We're wearing all blacks. It's a must win. Must win.
Yeah, and again, I love the Lions tonight and the over. But I don't see it. It'll be an interesting game. I don't know how banged up Tampa is. I thought that Evans and Ibuka are like game time.
I think Evans is out. Godwin's out. I think Ibuka's out.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting too. I mean, if they are out, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean,
all right.
Goff bounces back and throws up 30-something points.
Love it. Love it. All right. We're rolling into Monday's Monster. Grab the readers, Fred. I got a good video for you, buddy. All right. So right here we got Will Sykes Jr. from Detroit Cast Tech, number 1 in the state. Okay. Hang on here. And I kind of want to talk to you about this one, Fred. And why is my video not coming up?
You're still freezing,
Fred.
too.
I don't understand.
You've been freezing the whole time.
I am freezing?
Yeah, you keep freezing.
Oh, man. Well, the video isn't down there. I don't know why. That sucks. I thought I had the video. But anyway, the video was going to show a 99-yard touchdown run by Will Sykes, a junior, Ferris State commit, Fred.
Yes.
Obviously. Number 1 team in the state. Fred, I got a good idea. I think since you're
also Bucs Tech is ranked in the country. I believe they're 20 in the country.
You did tell me that. Which is awesome. But I got a good idea, Fred. I don't know what day they're going to play, for either Friday or Saturday of Thanksgiving. You'll be in town, right? I think we should go to the game.
Where at Ford Field?
Ford Field. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go get some food.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against that. I like to see them
get some food, watch Cast Tech.
Yeah. I'm always down for a high school football game. Seton Hall Prep played Don Bosco, which they're ranked in the country as well. Number 1 in the city. I think 13 in the country. They got beat 40-7. Jackson Spikes was there. It was a home game for them. He left when it was 30-7. Said his quarterback got hurt. Now it's weird because Seton Hall Prep is like 2-4. And they're still ranked in the top 20 of the state, just because of how hard.
How is that?
Their schedules.
They have a hard schedule.
Almost everyone on their schedule is in the top 10. All those private schools,
Crazy. Let's move on. We got NCAA football. Okay.
Yeah.
College football's here. We had some pretty good games. Some interesting games. Starting on Friday, Louisville upsets Miami.
Dude,
Minnesota upsets Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't that crazy for me because I feel like Nebraska's really not that good. I don't know.
You told me when we beat them, when Michigan was going in to play Nebraska, you told me Nebraska was a good team.
It was a good win, I said, but it wasn't that surprising. The Louisville is a really good team. Louisville has 1 loss, and it's to Virginia in overtime. So if they hadn't lost that Virginia game, they would be in like the top 10.
Right.
So that was a great game.
Was Louisville ranked coming into this game? I didn't think they were.
I think they were 20.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
20 in the 20s.
Georgia takes down Ole Miss, which I was
Great.
really hoping Ole Miss and my boy
Yep.
Trinidad was going to have a win against Georgia, but unfortunately they kind of let that slip. We controlled the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I watched that game. He looked good. I mean, he's legit.
He is legit.
Yeah, that was a good game too. Vandy going crazy. That's a huge win. No one's beating Bama. I'm telling you. Like, I'm not sure anyone's beating Bama.
Ohio State.
I'm not that impressed with what's going on there. Like when we were talking about the playoffs last week, it'll be interesting to see, like the top 4 teams get off for the first round.
Yeah, okay.
They get buys. So like the second round, like it's going to be really interesting to see like Ohio State play like, I don't know, Georgia in the second round, like basically the quarterfinals. Right. Like I'm not sure Ohio State like makes it through 3 tough games.
Well, they haven't really played anybody yet this year.
Yeah, right? I mean, and Michigan's still technically, I just feel like
playing Texas.
What's that?
I mean, Ohio State played Texas, but they didn't even play very well. And obviously, Arch is a huge plus.
First game of the season, it was like 14-7. It's terrible.
No. What were you going to say about Michigan?
I just feel like if Michigan wins out and beats Ohio State, they could sneak in with 2 losses.
Man, that would be huge. Obviously, the Ohio State game is even bigger now, losing to USC. They beat a good Washington team. They looked good.
Yeah, Washington was like 5-1 at the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's a big week here, Michigan State.
Yeah, it's a big. This is it.
I think a lot of Michigan State people, from what I'm hearing on the chatter around town, is they're ready for they're over the Jonathan Smith experience. Like they already want the guy out.
Does Franklin go?
So that's what's your thought on that?
I mean, he was talking on game day about he can't wait to get back to coaching. So
he said I think win a national championship somewhere else.
Well, and I think that Florida job opened up too.
Took the words right out of my mouth. If I'm James Franklin and I have a chance to go to Florida or Michigan State, I'm going to Florida, hands down. There's not a.
Come on, yeah, it's not close.
Right,
not even
even close.
Yeah.
They did move the Michigan State game up to prime time, so it's at 7:30.
I saw that. 7:30.
Don't understand why. Does anybody? Let me ask this question. Does anybody outside of this state give a shit about this rivalry?
No.
Didn't think so.
I mean, I will watch it, right?
You got Michigan, bro.
Because I have ties. Yeah, no, not a lot of people care about that, and the same thing with.
That's why I'm curious why it's moved to 7:30 game.
That's an interesting call. I don't know what else was around. Maybe they could. Maybe somebody's playing in the daytime. At like the Pop Warner League.
Right. I don't know. Obviously, I think Michigan's going to blow them out, but you never know in these games. You never know in these Michigan State rivalry. Childs could go off for 5 touchdowns, throw for 400 and some yards. You never know. I do think Michigan is going to easily handle them. I don't think it's going to be a problem, and I do see Jonathan Smith being fired if he loses to Michigan.
Yeah, maybe Izzo will take over.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Have Izzo finish out the rest of the season. Okay, moving on. A couple more things and we'll wrap up. Got a big day today. MLB. Fred.
Big
Shohei's big night tonight. Ohtani's performance on Friday was single-handedly the greatest performance I've ever seen in my lifetime from a Major League Baseball player. 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs.
I mean, I'm not sure that anyone in our lifetime has seen anything even comparable to what happened. obviously pitching and hitting wasn't
It's
a
unheard
thing
of.
for the last century.
Right.
So I mean, but like, I feel like we did talk about the Ohtani thing where we're gonna see some crazy shit. Like we were talking at the beginning of baseball season about this season, and I was
Right.
talking about Ohtani pitching and hitting, and and he didn't really pitch that much until a little later in the season. But like now you're talking about a dude who leads off in your lineup, hits bombs, and also strikes out 10 in 6 innings. Like, I don't know, like I understand like people went crazy about like the big contract and this and that. He is worth every penny. Like you
I read an article. On Saturday morning that says the Dodgers has already made back
Yeah.
their money and his contract already between merchandising, the global market, like, and this is what's frustrating. This is a thing. This is the exact thing that is absolutely frustrating being a Tigers fan. And they're saying, well, we don't want to spend the money. We don't want to pay Tarek Skubal. We don't want to, like, what are you talking about? Look what's going on in LA. Now, granted, him being from Japan is huge, right? Because the Japanese people, everybody in Japan just idolizes this man, which increases sales, right? You're not going to get that from a Tarek Skubal, but like, spend the money, man. Jeez, it's insane. It doesn't make sense. And I was listening to a podcast, Fred, and I'm sorry, I'm getting fired up because this is ridiculous. And I want you to explain this to me. Will we not see baseball in 2027? Is there a question about thing? And I think what they broke it down, and I thought this was a great interview on Pardon My Take. Shout out to Big Cat and the boys on Pardon My Take. They had somebody on there, and I forget who it was, but he was basically breaking down the lack of salary cap in Major League Baseball, and then the fact that some of these owners are saying no, we should have a salary cap because we want to level the playing field, and the players are like, no way, pay us. Like,
Yeah.
Will there be a strike in 2027?
Most likely we will see a strike. I don't know how long that will last or, you know, what that's going to happen. But yeah, the agreement comes up end of 2026 season. Definitely going to be some kind of strike. Hopefully they can put like a temporary bullshit together and extend the contract for like one more year while they negotiate. But yeah, it looks like there will be. I mean, obviously the owners want, like, listen, I will say this though, some owners want a cap.
Yeah, some owners like Detroit, Milwaukee,
yes,
Cleveland,
of course,
like
of course.
all these
they
small
want
market teams.
Yes. Now, I wouldn't say that all the owners are on board with the cap because the Dodgers don't give a fuck about a cap. The Yankees don't care. The Mets don't care. Boston doesn't care. These teams do not give a fuck about the cap because the more money they spend, the more money they make.
Let me ask you this: is it going to is this, if they put a cap, is this going to hurt the Dodgers, the Yankees?
They won't.
The Red Sox.
You
don't think they will?
No, there will be no cap there because they're already taking into effect the luxury tax. So like there is a soft cap technically, right? So if you go over 300 or what have you, you start paying a luxury tax. The luxury taxes get distributed to the lower, all the teams on the lower end of the spectrum with payroll. Teams like
explain that. Explain that better because I know you've explained that to me before and I forget how it is. So explain how the Tigers benefit from the luxury tax on the Yankees.
So it's not a hard cap, right? It's basically like a soft cap. So like anybody who goes over a certain number, I don't know what the number is now. They kind of raised it up and up over the years, but let's say it's 250, right? Anything over 250, they pay a tax on. So if they spend 300 million, they pay a tax on $50 million. X percent of that over that soft cap goes into a pool of money, right? Everyone who pays over, it goes into a pool and it redistributes. The Florida Marlins have made more money through the salary cap luxury tax. They made a profit before the first ball was thrown out of this season.
So if the Yankees, Boston, and Dodgers get a luxury tax, the lower market teams use that income tax money as income for their team. So
they get,
for example, the Florida.
Now that was part of how they were trying to make the playing field a little more level by redistributing. Okay, so we're not going to have a cap, but if you go over the cap, you're going to pay tax on that, and that'll be redistributed to the other teams in the league. And obviously the Florida Marlins of the world would agree to that, because now their payroll's $20 million. Whatever. I'm just saying their payroll $20 million, and they're probably getting $30 million from luxury tax with all these other teams that are over. So do they?
So they're profiting 10. That's why you're saying they profit $10 million and they don't even throw the first pitch.
And they don't care about attendance because they already made a profit. They already turned a profit before the first pitch was thrown. So who gives a shit what happens? Anything else? And that's why a lot of teams like the Florida Marlins dump all their superstars.
Well, which, if you're a fan of the Marlins, it's not fun. Oh, great, the team made money, but you're trash. I don't know. As a fan perspective, somebody who's a diehard, lifelong baseball fan, and obviously a Yankees fan, you're for no cap.
100%, yeah. Well, dude, of course,
because your team spends money.
Not only that. Here's my reasoning behind that, and this is what I've said a ton of times to the folks in Michigan about this too. If you think you can't afford to spend $300 million, you're fucking. I will sell you a bag of bullshit. Right. That's the other thing. It's not that the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Mets and Boston and some of these big teams, their owners aren't any richer than everyone else's owner. It's that they have to, because of the market they're in, they have to spend more to compete and to make more on their more of a return. Now, with some of the smaller markets, dude, if you think that Illich or whatever cannot afford Tarek Skubal, you're fucking nuts.
No, I don't. I'm not in that boat. There's plenty of money.
But so that's, now you get into the fact of, and this is what always was the big thing. And we had this discussion on here way early in the year about buying championships, this and that. It's not about buying championships. That makes zero sense to me. If you're okay with not spending money and losing your superstars every 4 years when their rookie deal is up, then that's on you, dude. Good for you. 100%. The stars will align every couple of years with your young players playing well, and you'll make a run just like they did now. But if you're okay with that, then you're okay with that. Now, the people who are screaming, you got to spend the money, those are the same people that are screaming the Yankees buy championships. So it's it's right. One or the other. Either you want them to spend money or you don't. And if you don't want them to spend money, I think you're going to have a long, shitty fucking fan base.
I think that Big Cat from Pardon My Take said it best, because he's a Cubs fan. Okay, diehard Cubs fan, season ticket holder. His thing is, of course we're mad, but we're jealous.
Yes,
we would rather we are jealous 100%. We would rather be a Dodgers fan. We would rather be a Yankees fan. We would rather see a high payroll at high payers. Because I'll tell you what, Fred, Tarek Skubal is going to look good in pinstripes next year.
I mean, listen, my thing is this, dude. If you want to, I guess they run them to the trade deadline, and then and then ship him out then. The thing is, I'm not even sure he definitely ends up in New York. I would love it, obviously. They're also talking about, like, he can end up in a couple different markets. They're going to have to be big. He wants 400. So, like,
we're 200. Do you see the report? We're $250 million short of what he wants on the offer we gave him. Like, what are you talking about? We're not even in the same ballpark, you idiots.
No, but if you think that they can't afford it, those are the people that really need to understand how, what's going on, and that this is a business.
Jealousy, Fred.
And also
it's jealousy, Fred.
Also, what did I tell you at the beginning of the year too? If no one spends in the Central, why does Detroit have to spend? On a business perspective, right? They had a great year and they didn't spend any money.
Yeah, but that's small-minded thinking. It's not just about the Central.
But you're going to win divisions. You're going to make the playoffs. And like I said, your stars will align every couple years. And same thing happens with the Marlins, right? Their stars align every decade or so, and their young talent comes together. They'll have a couple veteran pieces, and they make a run.
Yep. All right. Last thing. Who do you think is going to win?
Game 7 tonight, dude. Toronto wins.
Toronto wins?
Yeah, I think so. It'll be interesting. I just think that no matter what, I think we both agree. The Dodgers are rolling anybody.
Yeah, I'd be lucky, that and I keep quoting part of my take, but they said if you're in the American League, and you win the American League championship, celebrate this thing like it's the World Series.
Yeah,
celebrate it like it's the World Series. Either Seattle or Toronto, you party your ass off after the game tonight, because that's you don't know when your next celebration is going to be. I am rooting for Seattle. I want to see Seattle win. They talk about grinding. They go 15 innings in a game 5, and now they're going to a 7-game series against the Blue Jays. Man, these guys are grinding, man. And it'll be their first ever World Series. Too bad it's not going to go in their favor, but I'm going to root for Seattle tonight.
Yeah,
I'm taking Seattle. I'm going to go 3-game parlay. I never bet the Lions. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going Seattle, Detroit. 3-game parlay tonight.
I like it.
All right. Last but not least, Fred, I told you about this a couple weeks ago. The season finale was last night. I need you to watch Task on HBO.
Yes.
Did you start?
I did not start, but yes, it's definitely on my radar. It's probably going to be the next one I try to watch. Right now, I'm finishing up Platonic.
Such a good show.
I thought it was a good show. Oh, yes. We have like 3 episodes, I think.
Yeah, you're going to love it. It leaves it open because there's going to be there's 2 seasons, right? That 2 seasons, so there'll be a 3rd one. It is coming out. 3rd one is coming out
now.
He's so funny, and I'll tell you what, Fred. And if you paid close attention, because I know you do, every time he shows up on camera, it's always funny to see what he is wearing.
Yes, crazy hat.
His outfits are awesome.
Biggers, like big shorts, capri pants, kind of.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the show 4 Seasons?
For some reason, I want to say yes.
It's like Tina Fey, Steve Carell. They just put like a season together. Now they're going to have season 2. But they were just filming at Point Pleasant this weekend.
Really? I'll have to look that up. It sounds very familiar. I think I have watched it.
It's like I think a bunch of couples go on vacation.
Positive. And yes, I'm gonna look it up after, but I'm positive I have. So I'm looking forward to season 2. Task, I did look it up. There could be a season 2 in the making.
Yeah.
There's also another one coming out. I think in the next couple months that sparked my interest. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Did you see that? It's called The Rip.
Yes. Looks great.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks good. But all right, that's it for this Monday. And I'm going to be heading downtown for a little bit to hang out with the boys, do a little food review on the tailgate. Fred, I'll keep you updated. Frank's wearing his Hutch jersey. I'll be wearing the jacket. It's going to be exciting, man. Hope everyone has a great week. Take care, y'all.